The Christmas bells were ringing from high atop the old schoolhouse. 'Twas precisely 7 o'clock Christmas Eve, that most magic hour when the village folk would gather together in the tiny square right in front of the village hall. Once assembled, this small and festive group would wait till they could wait no more, for someone of sufficient station and stature to throw the switch and bring to light their magnificent 20-foot living evergreen, igniting an enthusiastic chorus of oohs and ahs. Then it was everyone off to the caroling. This happy company would ambulate the loop around the village proper, mixing much laughter with gossip and glee, clomping down Bridgewater Street and spilling onto the River Road. With frequent stops to deliver a stirring carol here at Gert's, or there at Ida's or Hollis's house, they continued all the way round, past the Livery and Yacht Club, and back to the hall. There in the library room, the frozen singers would be revived with hot tea, cocoa, and cookies. This is the way the fine folk of Squam had been starting their Christmases for as long as could be remembered. I will forever remember one Christmas Eve above the rest. The glorious chimes were singing out with some lucky youngster joyfully tugging on the bell's rope, probably little Derek from up the hill. Making my way through the narrow lanes that wind around Adams Hill, I was dazzled by the beauty of the island village below, its salty streets dotted neatly with sparkling white cottages. There was no snow on the ground and not a flake in the sky, but Christmas was twinkling everywhere in the air. The pungent aroma of wood fires, cedar trees, and holiday baking wafted over the rooftops. Nearing the footpath to Copeland's quarry, I was startled to see Santa Claus. There he was at the top of the road, not on a sleigh, but perched boldly on a bright red motorcycle. From my hiding place behind a giant boulder, I could hear low mumbling voices, some giggly dialect between Santa and a curious little passenger, a wee elf in green and red with the sweetest piping voice. Exchanging a knowing glance, they started to glide down the steep hill. As I flew after them through Hallie's yard, I could see the pair cross Walnut Street, float down Rogers Lane past the square, and on to Bridgewater Street. I ran through the old schoolyard and across to the end of Secret Arbor Street, where I could see Santa and the Adling resting near the footbridge to my left, and the carolers already up Lobster Cove by Kenny's Market to my right. Now Santa started the motorcycle and turned on the headlight, spotlighting the carolers with its powerful beam. The noise and glare distracted them, stirring them up momentarily like so many angry bees. Then a voice cried out excitedly, "Santa! It's Santa Claus!" The mood changed instantly as the motorcycle proceeded slowly ahead. The throng now welcomed them and parted to let them through. As I caught up to the flock, I saw Santa and the addling elf generously dispensing souvenir candy canes and shouting, "Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!" And I knew that this surprise visit was a memory that would always be treasured. Silhouetted in the rising onion moon, their hands waving in the air, the merrymakers sped on past Pidgey's place, then Harry's, past Lacey's, then Betsy's, and roared off into the night. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. There are many stories of the night Santa and his elf rode through Squam, and numerous sightings reported from the Willows to the Rotary, as far away as Pigeon Cove, Sandy Bay, and all the villages in between. The Squam Santa is based upon the recollections of a resident of Annisquam, Cape Ann, Massachusetts. Dedicated to Olivia Joe and children of Christmas everywhere. The Squam Santa by Lance Copeland Bowser. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas.